Welcome to the lecture session. In this video, I am going to explain the tutorial that is more on the Fourier transforms. Find the Fourier transform of e to the power of minus a mod x where a is greater than 0 and hence deduce integral from 0 to infinity cos mx divided by x square plus 1 is equals to pi by 2 into e power minus m. Let's consider the given equation, that is f of x is e to the power of minus mod a mod x, where x is varying between minus infinity to plus infinity and a is greater than 0. The Fourier transform of f of x is given by f of s, that is f of x is equals to 1 upon root 2 pi integral minus infinity to plus infinity f of x into e to the power of isx into dx. So let us replace the given function f of x by e power minus a mod x in the next step. Then we will segregate the real and imaginary parts by taking e to the power of isx as cos sx plus I sin sx. So we get 1 upon root 2 pi integral minus infinity to plus infinity e power minus a mod x into cos sx plus I sin sx of dx. Now multiply this and separate the real and imaginary parts. That is minus infinity to plus infinity e power minus mod x, a mod x into cos sx dx plus I into integral minus infinity to plus infinity e power minus a mod x into sin sx dx. Since e power minus a mod x into sin sx is an odd function, therefore this part will be 0. That is, the entire real imaginary part will be 0. We get only the real part. That is, f of s is given by 1 upon root 2 pi into integral minus infinity to plus infinity e power minus a mod x into cos sx of dx. That is, by taking this minus infinity to plus infinity as 2 times of integral 0 to infinity e power minus a mod x into cos sx of dx. That is, f of s is given by 2 by root 2 pi integral 0 to pi infinity e power minus ax into cos sx of dx. And we know that e power minus ax into cos sx of dx can be also written as a divided by s squared plus a square. Now let's come to the deduction. So integral 0 to infinity cos mx divided by x square plus 1 of dx is equals to pi by 2 into e power minus mod m. That is what we need to deduct. Do the deduction. So for any deduction we need to consider the inverse Fourier transform. That is given by the formula f of x is equals to 1 upon root 2 pi integral minus infinity to plus infinity f of s, which we have obtained now, into e power minus isx dx. Now that is given by, the f of x is given by e power minus a mod x and 1 upon root 2 pi integral minus infinity to plus infinity. Let us replace the value of f of s which we have obtained. That is 2 divided by root 2 pi into a divided by s squared plus a square e power minus isx into ds. Now e power minus a mod x is given by 2a divided by, that is, a is a constant which can be taken outside. So 2a divided by 2 pi and integral minus infinity to plus infinity 1 upon s squared plus a square into cos sx minus I sin sx of ds. Now let us segregate again the real part and then the imaginary part, and where the imaginary part is going to be equals to 0. Now what we are getting is e power minus a mod x is equals to a by pi, cancelling 2 and 2, integral minus infinity to plus infinity 1 by s square plus a square into cos sx of dx, which can also be written as 2 into integral 0 to pi cos sx divided by s square plus a square into ds. Now this gives pi by 2a. Taking this pi to a everything, all the constants to the left hand side. So we get only the integral part, that is cos sx divided by s square plus a square into ds is given by pi by 2a into e power minus a mod x. So now let us put a is equals to 1 and replace s by x and x by m. We get integral from 0 to infinity cos mx divided by x square plus 1 dx is equals to 1 pi by 2 into e power minus mod m. Next problem. Find the Fourier transform of f of x is equals to x when mod x is less than or equals to a, 0 when mod x is greater than a. Given that f of x is given by 0 when x is varying between minus infinity to minus a, and it is x when it is minus a to plus a, 0 when it is a to infinity. That is what the mod x less than or equals to a says. And when other than that, it will be 0. Therefore, from minus infinity to minus a, it will be 0, and also a to infinity is 0, except minus a to plus a, all other places it will be 0. Now, consider the Fourier transform. F of s is given by f of x is equal upon root 2 pi integral minus infinity to plus infinity f of x into e power I s x into dx. Now, let us separate the interval minus infinity to plus infinity as minus infinity to a, there the function will be 0, minus a to plus a, the function is x, and a to plus infinity, there also the function is 0. So, except the middle term, that is the second term, both first term and the last term will be 0. So, again, e to the power of isx can be simplified as cos sx plus I sin sx of dx. That we get it as x cos sx dx plus I sin sx into sin x dx. And here x into cos sx is an odd function. So, this part will be 0. That is, the real part will be 0. Now, what we are getting is I divided by root 2 pi into integral minus infinity to plus minus a to plus a x sin sx of dx. That gives us I into 2 divided by root of 2 pi 0 to a. Instead of minus a to plus a, we can write it as a 0 to a x sin sx of dx. Again, we will integrate this by parts or by Bernoulli's rule of integration. X into integral of sin sx is minus cos sx divided by s, minus derivative of x is 1, and integral of cos sx is minus s sin sx divided by s square, and the limits are substituted as 0 to a. And now when the limit is substituted as 0 for the second one, it will be 0, and for the first one also, that is lower limit is substituted, both the terms are going to be 0 because x is multiplied, so it will be 0, and sin 0 is also 0. Only when we substitute the upper limit, we get this result, that is minus a cos as divided by s and sin as divided by s square. Or writing the positive term first, we get sin as by s square minus a cos as divided by s. And this is 2 and 2 root 2 cancels, we get it as root of 2 by pi. Then sin as minus as cos as divided by s square, that is when we take the LCM, we are going to get this. Next problem. Find the Fourier sine transform and the Fourier cosine transform of 3 e power minus 5x plus 5 e power minus 2x. Now, in order to find the Fourier sine transform, let us first consider the Fourier sine transform definition, that is given by root of 2 by pi integral 0 to infinity f of x into sin sx of dx. And this f of x is taken here and replaced with f of x as 3 e power minus 5x plus 5 e power minus 2x into sin sx dx. And here we are going to apply the formula e power minus ax into sin bx That is this formula we are going to apply, and this is given by b divided by a squared plus b square. Similarly, for the second one also, this last but one formula will be used. That is given by b divided by a squared plus a square plus b square, where a is minus 5 and b is s in the first case, and in the second case a is given by minus 2 and b is given by s. Therefore, it is b means 3s, 3 is there outside, so b is s actually. So 3s divided by s squared plus 25 plus 5s divided by s squared plus 5. This is what we are going to get it. To find the Fourier cosine transform, instead of sine, it is multiplied with cos here. So now let us see the formula once. For cos, it is a divided by a square plus b square, whereas for sine, it is b divided by b square, a square plus b square. So here, what was our a is minus 5 in the first case, minus 2 in the second case. 5 and 2 in the first and second case respectively. So let us substitute the function, that is 3 e power minus 5x and 5 e power minus 2x, then into cos sx of dx. Therefore, 3 into integral 0 to infinity e power minus 5x into cos sx dx plus 5 into integral 0 to infinity e to the power of minus 2x into cos sx dx. This is what we are getting. Now we have a as 5 and b as s. Here in the second case, a as 2 and b as s. Therefore, a divided by a square plus b square, and therefore 5 divided by a square plus 25, and 2 divided by s square plus 2 square, that is 4. And totally we are getting 15 divided by s square plus 25 and 10 divided by s square plus 4 with the multiplication of root of 2 by pi. Thank you.